this is Savage here for the Brothers off of Soundgarden. I'm here with a couple members of New Age Outkast.
Yep.
They will be playing Pharmapalooza the weekend of June 6th and 7th. They will be our opening band on Saturday the 7th. So we hope you're up early so you can watch them play at the crack of noon. Now, let me ask you who you are. Who are you? What do you do with the band?
I'm Austin. I am the lead vocalist for New Age Outkast.
All right.
Gonna set the mood a lot.
No, I'm Jeremiah. Y'all might know me.
Yeah. I mean, Jeremiah's a strong supporter of the Brothers Soundgarden. He comes here he's been here quite a few years in a row. Pharmapalooza, Farmageddon.
I think it's my, 4th or 5th year coming here now?
Remember.
Nah, it's been a while.
Yeah, and Jeremiah said he had a band. I says, well, I'm pretty sure you're not going to be a band that sucks, so I guess I can book you. So we'll find out.
Hell yeah.
On Saturday, June 7th at noon.
You will not be disappointed.
So let's talk about some other things. Where are you guys from? When was the band formed? Kind of a deal?
Well,
I know you're pretty new.
yeah. He's new to the band. We originally had a rhythm guitarist and another bassist, but those two had to leave. One of them had kids, so he was out of there.
Girlfriends and wives happen too.
Yeah, I'm glad I don't have kids. But it originally started with 4 members, 2 of which are no longer, and then we picked up Jer about 2 years ago now.
Yeah, about 2 years.
I told him I don't know you as Jerry. He's like, Jer's almost there. I'm like, Jer, who's Jer?
And we have the original members still from the drummer and the regular lead guitarist. The drummer sadly couldn't be here, and neither could the guitarist. He had to work until 5. That sucks.
Work and girlfriends. It is what it is, guys. Drummer, you should have been here. So where are you guys from? Or are you kind of from all over the place?
Well, we're kind of sprinkled in everywhere from southern Wisconsin. I'm born and raised in Florida. I currently live in Watertown.
Oh, why the hell did you move up here?
I don't know. It's cleaner air up here.
Yeah. I'm from Waukesha, so our drummer
J.J. Watt and the Watt brothers?
No, more like a Les Paul.
Our drummer is from Fort Atkinson.
Okay.
And our guitarist is from Milton.
Okay. Is that where Milton College is?
Maybe.
Or the famous Dave Craig went to college? Seattle Seahawks. You had no idea. This is a long time.
Over my head.
Yeah. Once I figured, I was like, oh,
Fort Atkinson's cool. I've been down to hijinks before a bunch of times.
Oh,
Yeah.
hijinks, man.
Chris let me book a couple bands down there before too, so that was awesome. I don't usually book out of town. We say, hey, book some bands down here, so I did. Yeah. So, okay, New Age Outkast. What the hell does that mean? Where did they come from? You got a story for this you can tell us?
As for the name, I can't remember. We've had so many drinks in the past. Fried the brain. But I do remember the original story. Our drummer, David, him and I were fishing with our used to bassist. And he said, I had a dream about you guys, right? I'm like, what kind of dream? He's like, nothing like that. No, we were playing on a stage in front of hundreds of people. You were holding the microphone. Former bassist was holding the bass up like this. The guitarist, same thing. And David's up here with the drumsticks. And New Age Outkast, I can't remember for sure how that name come about. But we've always been about just having fun, and we're like the outcasts of the family, the black sheep and whatnot.
Well, you mentioned fishing. I thought Outcast. I'm like, they're named after a fishing hole or something? I don't know. So how would you describe your sound?
We have a heavier rock.
Yeah.
I would describe it like feels good metal, maybe.
Okay.
We have a lot of metalcore influence. We have a lot of rock. Austin is very good at singing more like the pop kind of stuff.
Yeah, we had a discussion before you got here because you were really late. He was here an hour early. He's talking about singing R&B and Michael Jackson and all this stuff. I'm like, you're in this band? But I know he does clean vocals. That's why we got you up on this instead of Farmageddon, where you know how that goes. So, what kind of influences you guys got as far as what kind of drove you to actually do music or do what you do as far as your band?
What? Well, our drummer, his family comes from music. His brothers have had bands, his dad's in bands, and it just came running through in all drummers.
Yeah.
But one of his main influences is the Rev from Avenged Sevenfold. And you can see it a lot in his drumming style. And the ability to switch up anything just for a different lick or just for a different feel or set is incredible. Mm-hmm. And then for me, I never, like you said, I never was into the rock vocals, but until I met our drummer. And mine for the rock, like harder vocals, actually is M Shadows for Avenged Sevenfold for influences for vocals. Our guitarist is mostly Metallica. Yeah, mostly Metallica. There's also Joe Satriani as well.
Yeah.
That's his big influences as well. Yours, Jerry?
Yeah, so for mine, it's just performers I've seen live before. There's been different bands I've seen locally that I've just been blown away by. Like Daikaiju is just an amazing live show. I don't think I really have any like specific bassists that come to mind that I'm like, I want to be like him. There's just performers I see, there's musicians I see, and I'm like, I just want to be just like that, you know? There's been so many bands I've seen here. One that comes to mind is Heartsick. They just showed on up.
I was telling them about Heartsick.
They just rocked the roof off. It was like, this is so cool.
That was oops.
It's just...
They weren't supposed to play here, but they wanted to.
Yeah.
Because I know their transmission went out in Minneapolis. Mm-hmm. $6,000 bill. They're like, hey, can we jump on this and we'll sell some merch? You don't even have to pay us. They didn't. They played till 2:30 in the morning. I was telling them, now we got that sound ordinance now, so
you
got to be done by 11.
Well, good thing we start at noon.
Gives you all day to have a good time.
Yeah, exactly. We'll have to wake everyone up.
Let's talk. What would you like to tell your fans? I know you're still growing your fan base, but I mean, do you have a big group of fans, or is there anything you'd like to tell them, or
hi, Mom,
anybody else in the audience?
Jesus Christ.
How many of those have you had? That's a pretty big can there.
It's the big one.
Can I see your ID? No, I'm just kidding.
To our fans who we've made throughout the time, from 301, Reedsburg, places like that, family and friends mostly, and then we have a small fan base. We really wouldn't be doing this without you guys. Like, honestly, to be honest, I never even thought about joining.
Please be honest.
I never even thought about joining the band or joining a band at first. But when my best friend, who I went to high school with, says, "Oh yeah, you're holding a microphone in our band," I'm like, I should take that as a sign.
We've been really kicking it, and the best thing too is just going to all these local shows, like especially we were at 301 and 5 Bar and Dub Bar and all these places. We've been with just incredibly just talented bands and a diverse set of bands. It's not just rock, not just metal. And that's the most fun too, is they get to see what you do, and the compliments you get after the set, you're like, oh wow, that really boosted my ego. But then seeing what they do, and it's that same thing. Like, these guys have amazing talent, and you know, if it wasn't for anybody else in the music scene, I don't think I'd be playing music. You know,
I've had a few bands out here say, "Why'd you book us anyway? We're not the level some of these bands are." I'm like, well, you got to start somewhere, right?
Yeah.
You know? So, and we appreciate you a lot for supporting the local scene. I mean, you come up here. You've even come up here for some of the bar shows you've done. That's quite a haul just to support us.
It's fun, you know. And it's a good group of people. It's like I wouldn't trade it for anything else, you know.
I told them, part of the farm family now.
Yeah.
So,
and I'm honored from everything I've heard from this place, supporting locals and just having fun out here.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's a big party, and we appreciate everybody. We got a good fan base that comes here. We're always trying to get more, you know, because there's so many people that are missing out.
Oh yeah.
You know, we'd like to target some of the younger folks too, because our demographics like 30 to 60, and you know, we'd like to get some 18 to 30-year-olds.
Yeah.
Because you coming out of school, high school, whatever. I didn't get into local music scene until I was probably 30 years old. I went to a lot of national acts, but I didn't even realize about this thriving local scene.
Oh yeah.
And now I'm out here, and there's a scene out here, so pretty much I find the scene wherever I go. So
yeah, pretty much any big time national band, international band started in their garages or in putting shows in front of people, like the friends and family, gymnasiums, and We wouldn't.
Dive bars.
Yeah.
We got a lot of dive bars too. You
That's
know, sometimes
Wisconsin.
I go, scout bands at dive bars too, and and online and everything else. So
Some of the best bands I've ever seen have been at those dive bars because when you're the only person in the audience, they're playing specifically for you.
yeah, and they got a little tiny corner stage. Here you got a bigger stage. So
Yeah.
all right, well, thank you so much for your time. I think we're gonna wrap it up. You can check these guys out, New Age Outkast. Bring your fishing gear. We'll see them at noon on Saturday, June 7th. Later.
Later.
Yeah.
All right.